welcome to Keep for Cancer. My name is Jody. So if you're new, welcome. If you've been here before, howdy. I don't know if that makes any sense. Welcome, howdy. All right, I'm being silly. So anyway, I thought today we would do something different. We've been doing a lot of vlogs and you've been seeing my moving progress and everything has been going along with that. But there was a topic that I get questions about all the time. It's how to be a good friend to someone with cancer. Okay, there's not one good answer. There's so many different answers and it all depends on your friend. It depends on your relationship. It depends on what kind of cancer they have, what stage they are in their cancer or in their illness. If they're just newly diagnosed, that's usually a lot of times what people focus on. So today I'm going to take some time and I've got some notes here and I am going to go through what I think would have worked for me if I could go back in time and kind of give you a breakdown from what I've heard from others, what I've gleaned from myself, my own experience, and see if I can hit maybe a little bit of all three of those. You know, right when you're first diagnosed, when you're in the midst of it, and then later on when you're maybe at the end of your journey, as I am. So let's get started. All right. As I said, there's no perfect answer. The answer changes depending on your illness and your stage. So, at the very beginning, it is the hardest because everybody is it's like a shock and awe. You know, no one says, I'm going to the doctor today and I am planning on coming home with cancer. It does not happen, right? Okay, so usually there is a lot of, I don't know what I'm doing. And that's when you have to be, I think, the most tactful. You need to give the person enough time to kind of know what's going on and what's happening and who they need to tell. But in the very beginning, I think the very helpful thing that I had is my friend at the time told me, who do you want me to tell so you don't have to do it? And that to me was priceless because having to tell the story over and over and over was exhausting. So having a point person, someone that you trust that knows all the information, and I would tell my friend everything that was going on, and then she was responsible for our group of friends and communicating with them and letting them know what was going on. And so I think that in the very beginning is a very, very, very needed thing. So that one friend, if you could think about it, it's like, hey, this is what I want to do for you. How about I be your point person? You tell me and I will take care of the group of people and, you know, let you have some time to process. Okay? Maybe she wants to do it herself. Who knows? But that's one thing that I think I treasured the most in the very beginning of my diagnosis. All right. Another thing is, your friend, when you go up to your friends, don't ask, what can I do for you? Because you know what? A lot of times you're losing control of so much when you have cancer. You do not want to give away any more of your control, and a lot of times you don't know what you need yet. You're still figuring it out. So watch and wait. Just say, I'm here. Anything you feel that you need or want that just pops up, here's my number. We don't even have to talk. Just text me, let me know, and I'll take care of it. That's a good way to handle it because sometimes I would have a need, something that I would really need, like I need to drive to the doctor's or something, but I wouldn't feel comfortable in calling and have a conversation and then they start saying, how are you? What's going on? What's the appointment for? How are you feeling? I didn't want all that. All I wanted was a ride to the doctor. So sometimes just how you present yourself to them is very valuable. So don't ask, oh honey, how are you doing? Or you know what? Just say, I'm there. And I'm gonna give you my number or my contact information, and give them some ideas. I'll pick up the kids from school. I'll shop for you. Even if you're craving ice cream, you know, in the middle of the day, I'll go get it and I'll drop it off at your door. You know, just let them know you can do them the favor without being with them all the time. That's a very valuable thing as well. Okay, gather. This is still in the beginning of the beginning of your journey, of their journey. Keep their kids in mind. If they have teenagers, maybe figure out what their favorite food is and treat them to it. Maybe pick them up from school one day, take them out to the movies, because probably at home all they're hearing is cancer and mom and this and that. They need a break the same as you need a break, or I'm the cancer patient, as the cancer patient needs a break. So think of the kids and just some things you could do with the kids that could be helpful to them as well as to the patient. Okay. Now, this is after maybe you're into treatment a little more, you're in the grind, you're not feeling your best and stuff, but you're done with chemotherapy and you look fine. You have your wigs on, you're styling. I always felt, everyone used to say, oh, you look so good. And so based on, because I didn't look like I was sick, because my sickness was inside of me, it wasn't on my face, they would say, you know, hey, let's go karaoke, let's go dancing, let's go do this, just like we used to do. And that would be the wrong answer. Scratch that one off. They're tired. They can't go for long events. They don't want a lot of noise. Things change, especially when you're sick. And the type of sickness that cancer is, it is not the same like for everybody. Now you might have a friend that says, you know what, I need to break free, I need to go get drunk, I need to go out and party, just get me out. Okay then, do it. But you might have a friend more like me who says, I would love to do those things, but I don't have enough energy to do that, you know? And so suggest fun things that don't, maybe not for long periods of time. Think short periods of time. Take them out to lunch maybe and let that be it. Don't lunch where maybe you used to always go out lunch and shopping and all that. No, maybe just lunch now, or maybe just shopping right now. Also remember, crowds are not good for cancer patients if they're in the middle of chemo. They may not want to be out and about, especially now with COVID. You definitely don't need to be out and about. So think short-term things that will not exhaust the person. Because what happens is a lot of times your friends, they're meaning well. My friends would say, hey, let's go do this. And I would want to so bad, but I'd say, you know what? I'm not feeling up to it. I can't go. And I would feel bad. I felt like I would need to comfort them, which is so stupid because obviously I'm the one that needs to be comforted right now. So just be aware of what you're offering and just take into account that maybe softer and slower is better. Okay, now you could, this is a good example, instead of saying, hey, let's go out and shop or do what we used to do, this is something, you could sit and watch movies together, something simple. Make a pot of tea and just sit and spill the tea, chit chat, catch your friend up on what's happening out with your friends and who's doing what and all that kind of stuff. And just that connection sometimes is all that we need, right? Watch some movies, some silly, laughable movies. If the person feels like crying, get a crybaby movie. You know what, just kind of feel things out. Okay, now, I think it helps to know the person. Now, if it's someone that you don't know, then tread lightly. Just offer to, like say for example, the house needs cleaned. And she's got kids, she's got washing. I don't know about you, but I didn't want people coming in and seeing my dirt. I didn't want people coming in and, you know, there was a few exceptions that were okay. But for people I don't know, I don't really want them in cleaning my toilets. So what I suggest is get a couple friends together, everybody pitches in 10, 20 bucks and get a housekeeper. And I think one of the best gifts that I got the whole time was someone paid for 6 months of housekeeping for me. It was a godsend. So something like that is, and a lot of times that's too expensive for one person, but if everybody commits $10 a month, it can happen. And a lot of times if you call like Molly Maids or Maid Pro or whatever, maid service, and say, hey, I'm doing this for a person with cancer, a lot of times they will give you a discount and sometimes a free clean. So there's that. Let me see, there was one more. Know your friend, take charge with organizing if you do know if you know them, take charge and organize and kind of just like help them be able to get to their stuff easier. If they have 2 stories, maybe make a comfortable place downstairs and just work with them to organize, to make it really comfortable for them on the first floor instead of the second floor. That's if they have stairs. All right, now, if the person has been in the battle for a while, let's say months, maybe years like I have, don't forget about them. That's the hardest thing ever, I think, for me. I have felt that I have had cancer so long that people have forgotten, and I know they have not, but the help has stopped, that's for sure. The problem is the need doesn't stop, it changes. Like, I don't need someone to come in and clean my house. I don't need anybody to pick up my kids from school. I don't need people to cook for me, nothing like that, because I'm in a different stage in my life and I'm not going through chemotherapy, I'm not going through things like that, but I am in a lot of pain. And there are, like, say for example, when we decided to sell our house and I had all this extra stuff to do, I can't do it by myself. So my daughter-in-law, who knows that I'm compromised, she jumped in and did it for me and helped me, and it was a blessing. So don't forget the ones that have been in the battle for a long time. Just watch, because their needs will change. Maybe they will need time out shopping. Maybe they are at a point where financially they're struggling. That's a really good time to get people together, and take a collection up and do something. Or you know what, so it's less embarrassing, go pay their gas bill for a year, or just something that lets them know I am here, I want to help, but I'm not going to be intrusive or anything like that. But this is, remind them that you're there. Kind of go back to the beginning again and think about everything that you thought about in the beginning of their journey and say, maybe they may need that now. Maybe they need something different. Maybe they just need to be cheered up because they've had cancer for so long. You know what I mean? So those are, I think, oh, there's one more, and this one is so important. I have told people this so many times, and yet I see people doing this again and again, and I want to scream. Lean in. Come here. Knock, knock, knock. Come here. Do not take all your problems, your emotions, and your hurts, and you're worried about them having cancer, and cry in their faces. Don't do it. Don't unload your crap on them, because guess what? They have enough of their own right now. You don't need to do that. I had a person come to me, and I was at a fancy event. I was all dressed up, feeling really great, trying to forget I had cancer, I wanted to be just like everybody else in the group. And this poor soul came up and just started bawling. And I was like, okay. It's like, you're just such a lovely person, and just so unfair, you have cancer. And I was just like, I'm fine, really. I'm gonna go dance now. I'm good. Don't do that. Do not. If you have emotions about their situation, because we do and we should, don't take it with you when you are with them. Don't unload your crap on them. This is not the time for equal sharing. This is the time for them to share and you to shut up. So I think I'll end on that. I know, I'm such, you know, what else am I gonna say? After sit down and shut up. No, I'm just saying, you know what? It's easy, especially if you're close to the person where you feel like you need to tell them how you're feeling, you know, not about your cancer, you don't. You know, you keep those feelings until an appropriate time, and you'll sense that time, but just be aware. And I think if these just little tiny hints get through to even one person, that saves one person that's going through it some stress of a good-willed friend. So, all right, now, I think I'm gonna end with that. If you have not been following me, but you would like to, I would love it if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and set the notification bell up so you don't miss any uploads. I upload on Tuesday, Thursday, and I'm adding Sunday in now for a sit down. This is a sit down. I usually do a vlog on Tuesday, a vlog on Thursday. And I have invited everybody else into my world, and I keep nothing back. It's all complete transparency. And the reason that I do that is because I am hoping that through my story, through my trials, through my journey, that it can help someone else in my position or help a friend of a person in my position. And just to lend inspiration, if nothing else. So if you'd like to hit the subscribe button, right now is a good time to do it. I'll just wait. You ready? Oh, did you do it? Oh, I'm sorry. Ready? Oh, good, you did it, thank you. All right, let's get going. This is Too Cute for Cancer, and I will talk to you later. Too Cute for Cancer, signing off.